Hi everybody, I'm going to knit a sample, which is a good idea to do every time you start a new project, so you get an idea of how the yarns knit up. This one I've been using a sport weight wool, and I did make a sample, but I'm just going to do a little video about sampling first. And I'm using size 3.5 needles, and I'm going to cast on, I think, about 30 stitches because I want to make the sample about 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. This one I didn't quite make it wide enough, so I think I'm just going to do this again. So when I cast on, a trick that my mum showed me was always use 2 needles when you're casting on, because it gets too tight as you're casting and then you're not able to pick up the stitches. So use 2 needles, and then to do the cast on I wrap it around my hand like that. This is the end of the yarn, and I'm just going to do it like, put the yarn through the hole, come around that way, pull the loop through, and then take the loop off your thumb and pull it through. And make sure that the yarn that is beating off the ball is the one that comes through your fingers, otherwise you'll run out of yarn. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, oops, get that on there right. Okay, now I'm going to pull one of these needles out and pull this forward a bit. One of these needles out, and then I start to knit. So with Finnish style of continental knitting, the yarn is controlled by your left index finger. It comes through but your finger and your middle finger, and the tension is held there. Some people like to wrap it around the other fingers as well, but I don't really bother. I can hold it there fairly well. And then I'm going to pick knit. So I'm putting the needle through there, and I pull the stitch through. Through there, pull the stitch through. Open this hole up, pull that through. Open this stitch up, pull that through. Pull it through. And every time, give the yarn a little bit of a tug so it comes out to the size of the needle, because if you leave it loose, your stitching is going to be off. Like that. Pull the needle through. Pull the needle through, tug it a little bit for the tension, pull the needle through, feed this forward with your thumb, open it up, pull the needle through. Open the stitch up, pull the needle through, give it a bit of a tug. Now there, I split the yarn, so if I notice that, go back and adjust it and pull it back through. There. And there's the first row. Now I'm going to turn the needle around and work it back from this side. And I'm going to knit just a knit stitch. I'm not going to do the purl yet. I'm going to do a couple of rows just with a knit stitch to create a border. I'm just going to knit another couple of rows. I think about 4 or 5 rows, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'll do the next part of this video after that will show how to do the purl. So again, you open the stitch up, pull the needle through, and tighten with your finger. Open the stitch up, pull the needle through, and give it a slight tug for the tensioning. Okay, there, and I'll do another video next on how to do the purl stitch, and then how to use 2 different colors. Thank you for watching.